think as a parent, you have two options. You can put a bubble around your kid and try to protect them from every bit of pain. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of high earning, high income people do. I met those kids in college that had a bubble around them and had never had to make a decision, never suffered, never wanted for anything. Their parents wrote their essays for them. Those kids did not hack it, and they're still not hacking it. So I'm going to teach my kids how to make decisions. I'm going to let them make them live with the consequences of their decisions while they're small, so that when they get bigger, they can handle higher value decisions. And I'm going to, show them that life is not always easy. I'm never going to, abuse my kids by any means, but I'm not going to protect them from the normal difficulties of life.
Don't let them feel the scars, but definitely let them feel some of the pain so they understand the lessons. I like that.
Yeah, so like a kid who drops their iPhone and the screen cracks and their parents just buy them a new one. Like, if that's your life growing up, you don't understand consequences of your actions. Like, you don't have to live with them. So the rules of life don't apply to you, but life is freaking hard for everybody. So when you're out on your own, no matter how wealthy you are, life is hard. You're going to have health problems. You're going to have relationship problems. You're going to have business problems. You're going to have things go awry. And if you can't handle that stress, you're going to be a basket case. So everybody knows those rich people who bitch at waitstaff over stupid little things. It's not going to be my kid.
I love that. Yeah, you can always tell when someone's like, my water's too warm, how dare you? And you're like, okay, this guy's making $8 an hour. Give the guy a break.
Yeah. So I'm going to raise kids that are used to solving some problems and dealing with some difficult things. I think part of that comes through adventure. Sports is really great for that because the basketball court doesn't give a shit about how much money your dad makes. So I think some of those things are really good, but also just life. You can't have everything you want when you want it. If you make a bad decision, you got to live with it. Those are some of the things that I plan to teach my kids.
Yeah, and I think like with the iPhone thing, like my kid broke one of my old ones. He was using it to do like learning apps and stuff. And instead of replacing it, I made him fix it. So we sat down and we spent 4 hours fixing it because, like you said, you want a solution to every problem, but that solution might be really hard to get to. And it might take some time or a consequence, right? But I think there's other aspects too, how we can raise our kids, especially if they're extremely blessed and wanting for very little. And I think that's scarcity. One of the things that I have tried to do is let my kids feel scarcity to an extent, so that they understand the value of what they have an abundance of, right? And then obviously the other things would be like teaching them how to communicate with other people in a proper way with like empathy and respect and kindness and things like that. But what are some things that you would give as examples or things that you would strive to teach them around the dinner table like you were mentioning before?
Yeah, I'm already pushing and stressing my 5 and 7-year-old to communicate with people and solve some little life problems on their own. My wife wasn't thrilled with me, but my 5 and 7-year-old together walked into a Dollar Tree near my home and bought something. Like, they got $10 and they went in to buy themselves a toy. And I sat in the parking lot uncomfortably for about 13 minutes while they were inside there. And they came out with 2 exactly $5 things. So they also talked somebody in there to paying the tax for them because they only had $10. So I don't know how they wheeled that, but they pulled it off. Calling on the phone and asking a restaurant if our family can sit, if there's reservations available. They've walked into Chick-fil-A on their own to make an order at the counter. When we're at the country club and they want candy, they have to be the one to walk up to the lady at the snack shop and tell them the number, ask them what they would like. And it's super uncomfortable for kids. They'll get really mad. They'll get really shy. They'll get, angry, like cry at times when you make them do these things. But it's like, hey, if you want candy, you got to go ask for it. You got to tell them our number. You got to say, thank you, ma'am. And now my 7-year-old can see an adult and look them right in the eye and shake their hand and make conversation. And it's a lost art. And just that lesson puts them ahead of 99% of kids who just scroll TikTok and look at their phones all day long.